up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Drinks with Drea. I'm your host, Miss Drea, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. So this week has been a very eventful week. So because of that, I had to double up on you guys. Normally, I try to post at least once a week. This week, y'all getting two. You're getting two this time because it's just a lot. It's just a lot. So I want to kick things off by giving a quick update on Netflix. So the last time I spoke, I talked about Netflix and how Dave Chappelle's special was ruffling some feathers. A lot of people were upset, felt some type of way about his special, The Closer, just because he did target the trans community, the LGBTQIA community as a whole. And it really, to me, and again, outside the community, it's not for me to determine what is or isn't offensive, but the fact that he had dialogue surrounding what he was saying and tied it to a greater point, which is about marginalized groups as a whole, I understood where he was coming from. And apparently Netflix did too. So there has been a few events that took place on a couple days after the release. 3 employees were suspended for barging into a meeting that was intended for higher ups in the Netflix company. And also there's a plan for trans supporting people who are standing with them through their frustration, who are planning to walk out of Netflix on October 20th. And Netflix has doubled down. They're saying, listen, if people can watch images of murder, sexual assault, racism, all this stuff that is comprised in all of these different movies and TV shows that Netflix streams, and we don't look at those things as influencing harm towards communities, why would this be any different? Like literally we see images of people getting their heads cut off, cars blowing up, heist, all type of crazy stuff. And all of that has been 100% acceptable. But in this scenario, a few jokes towards a specific community, which I understand harm comes to a lot of different communities and you don't want anything to influence that. But we literally live in a culture that praises, action-packed films where people are dying, where people are being assaulted, where there's literally rapes happening in front of people's eyes. There's depictions of things that's happening to children that should never happen to children. That is media, and it's not just American media, that's just media across the world. So how can we isolate this one program as something that's dangerous when we see far more dangerous programming on TV? So I'm not going to go into that too much more. I just wanted to give an update on that. So Netflix has decided to stand with, not necessarily standing with Dave. I don't think it's them making a declaration that they stand with Dave. I think it's just them making a declaration that they're standing with freedom of speech. It's them making a declaration that their platform is created so that all types of images and all types of stories can be told and perspectives, and we should be able to respect each other's perspective. And I'm 100% in support of that. So just wanted to give an update on that. Another thing that I wanted to touch on today, Meek Mill. Okay, so he has been in the news today over the last 2 days based on his cover art for his recent album, Expensive Pain. So here's where I'm confused, because he literally released the album cover art a week before he released the album, and literally it received high praise. People thought it was creative and different and unique. They thought, it really expressed what his album was about, which is really to illustrate, what it's like really for a person who, yeah, they may be wealthy, yeah, they may be living this Hollywood rap star lifestyle, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're happy. It doesn't mean that they're not living through some level of struggle or pain. And so that is what that artwork was meant to illustrate. So you had images of women who were in the nude, which appeared to be twerking or dancing. You had him kind of in like a water setting, like a beach, him in the midst of it and just kind of faking a smile and tears. And it really illustrated what he was trying to convey in his music. And people were fine with it initially. Over the last couple of days, someone had observed this bus in their neighborhood, and they were outraged. They called out, and this wasn't a black man, this was a white man, and he called out black women. Black women, is this what you want? Is this what you want? This is disgusting. I can't believe this is coming through my neighborhood. So he was outraged about it. And of course, you know, when things go viral, people start to chime in. And now you're starting to see people show a level of outrage towards this cover art. Now, me personally, I see nothing wrong with the image because, you know, if you are a fan of art, right? Art comes in all different styles. Art can be abstract, it can be colorful, it can be black and white, it can be made with chalk. Like, it's so many ways to illustrate art. And specifically, nude art is actually a genre. There's actually a genre in the art world for nude art. Now, if you were to Google nude art, 99% of what you're going to see is going to be images of white people or white women. If you think about Grecian art, where they have the big statues in the gardens, most of the times it is a depiction of a white male with some type of, you know, with some type of covering maybe around his arms, but everything else is nude. And you can see the image of what would be his private hairs and what would be his penis and what would be his, his balls. Not to say it like that, but that's art. That's what people look at as art. There's different versions of it. Some of it is more vulgar, some of it is more discreet. So when I see this imagery, I don't see it in a way of it being exploiting Black women. I don't see it as degrading Black women. I see it illustrating what it is intending to illustrate, which is the rapper lifestyle. And we already know what the rapping lifestyle consists of. We've seen the tip drill videos. We've seen all, the WAP videos, all of these different things that is, it's sexual. It's fun. It's depicting a world where people are on lean, or where people are drinking, or people are partying. That has been predominantly what the hip hop culture represents. Don't get me wrong, you got your hoteps and you got spoken word and thoughtful rap and all that, but this form of rap, in terms of the vulgarity and, the lifestyle, it exists. It exists. And the portrait did a great job of, sharing with us in the form of art what expensive pain would look like. And I thought it was dope. Not only that, it was created by a Black artist who goes by the name of Nina Chanel Abney. Okay, so she's an African-American woman. Her style, she calls colorfully seductive. So when someone says, is this what you want, Black women? Is this what you want? For a Black woman's art to be displayed on a bus, to be displayed on billboards, to be displayed worldwide, to be the topic of conversation, hell yeah, that's what I want. I want to see that Black woman win. I want to see more Black artists win. I'm not looking at that as personally degrading to me, because first of all, it's a photo, it's a drawn out image. It's not a human, it's not a person. It's not a person bent over. I don't have to look that far to find that. I could go on Instagram and find a person bent over right now. Matter of fact, Lizzo just bent over and showed her butt crack to everybody who hating on what she had on at Cardi B's party, which I love, by the way. And people really need to stop trying to make people's body a topic of conversation, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But anyway, a Black woman created it. She took his vision of what he wanted to, what he wanted to portray in his art, and she executed beautifully. And now it's getting wide exposure, and I'm happy to see it. And we all should be happy for this. It's not a unique trend or unique idea of nudity or anything of that nature in art. That's art. Look at the movies you watch. Look at the videos that you watch. Look at things you see on social media. Art imitating life, life imitating art. So I don't get what the big deal is. Of course, they're going to be people, because we're conditioned to see certain things as art and certain things as disgusting. But how can we let the same people who told us, because this is a white man telling Black women, is this what you want, right? But you have images of white women all over the internet, all through the art world, who are nude. And it's seen as beautiful. It's seen as poetic. It's seen with all of these beautiful lenses. And then the first thing that comes to mind when you see a similar image with Black women is that it's disgusting. Meanwhile, go back to Sarah Bartman, that you know, the people of earlier times found fascinating, not enough to make it art, but enough to put it in a show at a circus. But you were fascinated by it. Now, let that been a white woman, or let that been a different type of body shape, then maybe you would have put it in something more of an art gallery. But in your eyes, back in the 1800s or wherever, whenever that happened, you looked at it as something that needed to be poked and made fun of, right? So we're conditioned to think that nudity in Black women is disgusting. Nudity in Black women is vulgar. Nudity in Black women is sexual, when for everybody else it's art. It's art. Seeing a little pink dot by a brown character on that canvas should not offend you. And even if you correlate it to a woman's vagina, baby, Black women birthed the nation. What's wrong with that? Adam and Eve was naked. You was born naked. You're gonna die with some cloths over your naked body, okay? Grow up, get over it. If your kids see it and they're like, what is that, Dad? You're gonna explain to them that that is an image of the lifestyle of rappers, the same rappers that I let you go to their concerts, by the way. The same rappers who I let you consume their music, by the way. That's their lifestyle that I'm okay with you being a part of and supporting across the board. But when I see it on a bus in my neighborhood, I am outraged and I want to point the finger at Black women and is this really what you want? If you have to look at that image and decide you're going to degrade Black women, you were already degrading Black women. That image is not going to change your opinion one way or another. It's art. It was created by an artist and it should be consumed as art. Let me know what y'all think though, but I don't see nothing wrong with it. Black women are beautiful. Black bodies are beautiful. Black bodies are art. They're created by God. They are the mother of the nation. We are the mothers of the nation. You can see a little bit of nipple. Relax. I didn't even tell y'all what I was drinking. It's red and it's dry and I don't like it, but whatever. Moving along. We're going to be quick because this is a double bubble. I just had to address some things that I saw going on in the world. Real quick, Kyrie Irving, heard the name 100 times, have no idea who this man is. But I know he plays for the NBA. He's been in the news this week because he chose not to get vaccinated. And what stood out about this is the fact that Stephen A. Smith, who is a commentator on SportsCenter, really dug into him, calling him selfish, insulting him, which this is a common occurrence, right? Anytime there's a Black celebrity doing something that liberal media does not like, they always seek their one Black anchor or one of their Black anchors to be the spokesperson for how the network feels about them. It just happened recently with Nicki Minaj and Joy Reid. They sent Joy Reid on Nicki Minaj to give that level of commentary. Same thing with Gayle and R. Kelly. This is, what they do. They hire the Black people to attack the Black people. He went on to his rant, calling him all these names, just really being disrespectful. So apparently Kyrie Irving is not that man, I'm saying, that you could just dismiss as selfish or as he is irrelevant, because based on people who support him, like, this man does amazing things for communities. So we're not going to dismiss him because of a personal choice not to get vaccinated. Now, here's my stance on being vaccinated. It's a personal choice. I understand why people feel like we all should do it for the betterment of our society. But we have to think about, what are the facts about the vaccine? Can you turn that down, please? I'm gonna be right back. This is the problem with live. Sorry, y'all. That's what happens when you record and you got family that's rude. But anyway, again, my thoughts on the vaccine, okay? I personally feel like this. It is a personal choice based on the facts of what we know about this vaccine. What we know is that it's supposed to protect the person that takes the vaccine. It doesn't stop you from getting COVID-19, but it will help slow down, the parts of the virus that are fatal. That's what it says. And it says it may help protect other people. Like it may help slow the spread. It's not guaranteed to slow the spread. In fact, the spread keeps moving how it's been moving while a good portion of society has been vaccinated. Now, I'm not here to be pro-vaccination or anti-vaccination, but I'm just not really keen on the idea of we're going to force this on people. Why not? Because once they force this on us, what they going to force next? Flu shots been around for years, for decades. Me personally, I've taken flu shots, and every time I've taken them, I've gotten horribly sick. I realized I only get the flu when I take the flu shot. So I stopped taking the flu shot probably about 10 years ago. I have not caught the flu since. Probably was more like 6 or 7 years ago, but still, I have not caught the flu since. I have been fine. So I would feel horrible if I was like mandatory had to take a flu shot, knowing that flu shots are the only time that I personally have gotten sick. Now with the COVID vaccine, I took it. I was sick for a few days after the second one, and I was fine. But again, is that the norm that every time I take it, I'm going to get sick and I'll be fine? Where, I don't know. But the thing about it is this vaccine came up very quickly. People of color do not trust the CDC. We do not trust the government. We do not trust vaccines. And we have every reason not to trust either of those things. Why would we trust the government? The government signed off on what happened in Black Wall Street. Why would we trust the CDC? These are the same people that injected syphilis into people. These are the same people that authorized sterilization in Black people in the South. Why would we trust them? Even just as recent as 10 years ago, it was proven that some of the vaccines that was given to Black and brown children contain items in it that's contributing to the autism rates. So why would we trust the government? Why would we trust vaccines? Why would we trust the CDC? These are the same people telling us not to rinse off our chicken. Who finna listen to them? Now, I made my choice for me because of just anxiety and frustration during the pandemic and feeling like, you know what, let's just get this out the way. I don't want to keep thinking about it. A part of me felt like it was going to be mandatory at some point, and I'm just like, let me just get this done. Got it. I was hesitant. I don't necessarily regret getting it, and I don't necessarily feel great about getting it. It's just a personal choice that I made. He is a wealthy man. If he never plays another day in the NBA, my hope is that he's been smart enough to reinvest his money where he can be fine with that decision. But don't go into calling a person selfish and all of these other things based on a vaccine that is not 100% effective, based on a vaccine that's only designed to protect the person that take it, based on a vaccine that may protect other people around you, not guaranteed to protect people around you. It may slow down. It's not a guarantee. So what makes you think, what about this vaccine makes you think people should just 100% say, to hell with how I feel about it, I'm just going to do it for the greater good of society, when it may not even help the greater good of society? What I'm seeing a lot of, and I think I've noticed this more since Donald Trump was president, there is like this moral high ground that people are battling for. And because the majority of people in the media lean more liberal and lean more anti-Republican ideals, anytime someone brings up anything that might be associated to conservative ideas, whether it's capitalistic views, whether it's your issues with taxes, whether it's your issues with vaccines, anything that just feels like it's part of the conservative side of the house, the media and people feel like bullying is okay. Now I can down you. I can talk about your mama, your son, your cousin, your daddy. I can publicly humiliate you, harass you, probably even lynch you, because the majority of society says that you're wrong. We don't have a balanced view anymore. It's like either you're pro all of these liberal ideas, or it's okay to disrespect you. It's okay to disregard you. It's okay to dismiss you. I'm not over here trying to advocate for Trumpers. I'm not trying to advocate for Republicans. I'm just saying what I noticed in society. I've even mentioned it on my podcast. A person blocked me about me just saying, why would you cut people off that you love and that's in your family because they support Trump? People don't have a right to think for themselves. Oh no, he's this, he's this. So what? If I'm looking at a politician, I'm looking at the things that mean something to me and what this person can do for me. So what if I care about money? So what if I care about taxes? So what if I care? Like, those are my interests, and I have a right when voting for a politician to vote in my interests. I might not care as much about the racism aspect of it because this whole damn country is based on racism. Why would I single him out? But I ain't finna go into that because don't be coming on my post talking about Trump support. It's not even all that. I'm just saying freedom of speech is important to me. I see how countries operate where there isn't freedom of speech. I do not want that. That's why I understand how people felt about Dave Chappelle, but at the same time, I love freedom of speech. I appreciate freedom of speech. You appreciate freedom of speech. I don't want to live in a society where certain words are you cast out. That's not cool. Everybody's not gonna be nice. Everybody's not gonna be your friend. But the beautiful thing about freedom of speech and the beautiful thing about free will, you can choose who you want to hear, listen to, be around, be friends with. You ain't got to be around people that don't like you or don't speak in things that's in your favor. That is okay. This is how society has always worked. This is why they branched out of what they were in to come build this society, because nobody wants that. I don't want to live in a society where people tell me what I can and can't say and how I should think and all that other crazy stuff. No, that's why I'm not a big fan of religion. No, God gave me free will. This country gave me freedom of speech, and I want to enjoy them all. So leave Kyrie Irving alone. If that's how he feels, that's a wealthy man. He okay with sitting it out. And his players, his co-teammates, whatever, they okay with playing. Those are personal choices. We all need to be able to make a personal choice until they come out with a cure or something that's going to prevent it from spreading 100%, not may prevent it or may slow it down, but can actually slow it down. You should not be coming at people sideways for not wanting to be injected by that racist juice that they pump in our arms. Lord, please don't let it make me stir. Okay. That's one of the conspiracy theories out there, that the vaccine is supposed to make people sterile. So I don't believe that's true, because people having babies that's vaccinated, but still, the government that did so much horrible stuff, I can pretty much believe anything at this point. Moving along. So y'all probably not even going, like, it's not even about the people, right? It's a different point. So Justine Skye, whoever she is, and Giveon, which I know him because I love his music, apparently they was dating, right? I don't even want to talk about it because I don't know nothing about their business, right? But they broke up. And the reason the media knows that they broke up, because she all over social media making them posts, right? Her post said, it was a couple of them, this is just one of them. Trust me, ain't no turning back. Lame ass, broke ass, miss me with that, period. So my question is, why do we do this? Why do we do this? Why do we get out of a relationship? Now, when you're in a relationship, that's my bae. I love him. You holding hands, you snuggling, sniffing his neck like he got milk on it. You're just doing all this extra stuff. He is just your world. You love him. It's my bae. But the moment that relationship don't work out, and Amber Rose just did this recently, don't trust them. These men are dogs. That was just your dog 2 days ago. Okay, that lame broke dude was just on the shade room with you the other day holding hands. Listen, sometimes in life stuff don't work out. That's okay. It don't work out. But don't be trying to go in on this tangent because you was just with him. Anything you say about him or her, you got to remind yourself that you was just with him. So what does that say about you? Instead, and I ain't gonna lie, I done had my share, honey. I done had my share of times where I done posted some subliminal, right? But of course, it's maturity. You grow up and you grow out of that. But don't do that. Just, that was your bag. He was broke. He stank. He hair thinning. Whatever it is you're gonna say about him, that was yours. He was yours, and you was sticking by him. So don't try to talk shit now. Don't try to talk stuff now. That was your bae. That was boo-boo. That was Binky. That was everything. That was you H's won't know the difference. Y'all don't know what it's like to love a good man. Y'all just bragging about that food 2 days ago. Till you found that text. Now you mad, girl. That lane broke one was yours. He was yours, and you were sticking beside him. So just bow out gracefully and keep it moving. Moving along. All right. So I want to talk about something that I actually posted earlier, and this is gonna be my last topic because I ain't got time for all this. I'm tired. Okay. But I posted something, and what made Jonah Hill actually is the reason what made me think about this, because he said, I wish people stop commenting on my body, right? Like, whether it's a compliment or a diss, just stop, right? And I was like, that is so true. So I thought about Thanksgiving coming up and Christmas and all these holidays. And this is when you see family that you ain't seen in a while. And a lot of times, especially now with this quarantine, 20, 30, 40, 50, however many don't judge. You pregnant? Oh, girl, you better stop eating. Or, oh, girl, you so small. Oh, you need to eat some. Can we stop that, please? Can we stop it? Please, just stop it. People, trust me, that person knew when they walked out that door, when they squeezed them pants on, or when them pants was too hard to keep up around their hip. They had knew before they walked out that door that they had either gained, lost weight if they perceived as too big or too small. You do not need to remind them. There are so many amazing things that you can say to your family members when you see them. Okay, polka dots. Amanda Seal. Okay, I see you. Oh, rocking your natural. Okay. Oh, girl, who did that makeup? Oh, I see what you're doing on Facebook. You doing your thing on the business side. It's too much winning in this season to be coming at people with, oh, girl, what the heck you been eating? It's a generational curse. Because back when people used to say that to the aunties said it to the nieces said it to the great nieces and the cousins. Stop it. Stop it. Because everybody gonna spend that first 30 minutes regretting coming, sitting in the corner, trying to get it together, texting their friends like, I can't stand coming to these goddamn on barbecues. They always got something to say. Stop making people feel uncomfortable to be around a family. We have this thing in our community where I'm gonna tear you down, so when the world gets you, you already know how to deal with it. I done said everything horrible that you would ever hear, so you already heard it. Stop it. I'm gonna beat the hell out of my kids so the cops don't have to beat them. Stop it. Stop it. I understand where we got it from. We can break it down. We can get us the therapist on here and they can show us and tell us and teach us and unpack and heal. We get it. Stop it. Okay? Stop it. Uplift your child so much. Boost their ego so much. Help them see their value and their worth so much that when they go out into the world, ain't nothing nobody can tell them. You ain't got to beat me down to prepare me for the world. Lift me up to prepare me for the world. I'm not trying to condemn my people. I'm not trying to condemn my people. I'm just saying, stop it. When you know better, you do better. We know that this hurts people. We know that it's unfair. We know that it's not rooted in love. We know that it's not rooted in true support. It's really just something that happened to you that you are gifting to the next generation. That is a curse. That is not a gift. The gift is prayer. The gift is love. The gift is compliments. The gift is uplifting. The gift is enlightening. The gift is bridging together. You don't want your cousin, your niece, your uncle, your granddaddy, your whoever walking away from the family feeling like, I hate coming around these people. We don't talk about it. What you don't reveal, you'll never heal. We never talk about it. We just accept it. And we just, you shouldn't feel that way around your family. When you know you about to go to a family barbecue, you should feel amazing. You should feel like, oh, I can't wait to see Auntie Erlene. I can't wait to see Uncle Fred. I can't wait. Oh, they gonna be so, oh, we gonna have a good time. Cut it out. And if you concerned about your family member because maybe they gained too much or lost too much in a short period of time, you talk to them afterwards. Call them up. Hey, sweetheart, I just wanted to reach out and make sure you was okay. You know, it's okay, like, love yourself and feel beautiful in the skin that you in. But I did notice from the last time I seen you, it seemed like you picked up quite a bit of weight. So I just want to make sure you're okay. One-on-one, not in front of a crowd, not for kikis and laughs, just one-on-one. Are you okay? They might need support. They might need prayer. They might need love. Make people feel good. I don't want to be on defense. I don't want to feel like I'm on defense when I'm sitting around my family. I got to defend my skin color. I got to defend my hair texture. I got to defend the type of makeup I'm wearing. I got to defend my weight. I got to defend my clothes. Stop that. Stop it. Stop projecting your insecurities on people around you, especially your family. Cut it out. Woosah. Listen, we gotta do better. We gotta, as a family, as a community, in that area specifically, we have to start to retrain how we approach these situations. When you're thinking it to yourself, whoo, she gained a lot of weight. Stop it. Give them a good look over. It's something you can say that's nice. Okay, I see that little swirl headband. Okay, look at you, girl. All tropical. Ooh, the nails. Even if it kills you inside, that you want to say something silly, don't do it. If you love your people, you care about your people, you don't want your people walking away wishing they didn't see you. Then we wonder why certain family members don't want to come around. They don't ever come to nothing because they tired of your mouth. Anyway, I said all I'm gonna say. I'm just checking my little notepad. My little index card. What did I write right here? Oh, I talked about that already. So yeah, again, I just wanted to do a double take this week because it's a lot going on. Things that I'm seeing, things I'm engaging in on social media. And I said, I got to come on here. And plus, I'm being consistent, y'all. But let's come on here and just talk to the people and just give my 2 cents. So please drop a comment, like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend, share it with somebody you think would enjoy this content. Help me get my subscribers up, help me get my watch hours up, because the goal is to monetize people. So again, thank you guys so much for listening. I appreciate you. I appreciate the support. And I'm going to talk to you guys soon. See you at the top.